What's up, YouTube? Dedrar here, bringing on the video today. Today I want to go over my regional deck list and like what my thoughts were on how things worked. It's going to be a little bit more in depth, so stay tuned for that. Honestly, not really looking forward to this video, um, just because I didn't perform how I wanted to. Some of it comes down to just drawing not well, and some of it comes down to just not playing good, or I guess one big misplay. We'll go over it. Um, but yeah, so. Also, like for lighting, I'm sorry, it's like kind of there's a glare. Today's a really weird day because usually a lot of my lighting kind of revolves around natural lighting from outside, and it's a really dark and gloomy day, so I can't really help it. But yeah, we'll get into this deck profile. Obviously, I play strikers, as you guys know. The list is a bit different than what it was when I first showed. So first off, we played our 3 Ray. Oh, this is pretty standard. You play 3 Rays. That's all that really matters. Heart and soul of the deck. We'll go into the hand trap lineup, which I do think was fine. So 3 Ash, 3 Impermanence, and a lot of people are just cutting it there, but I like the 2 extra Veiler. I think that there is so much comboing going on in this format that this card's just so good. It can't be chain blocked. You can always activate it, like even if you have stuff set and whatnot, it's always live. It's just a really good card in general. And I feel like right now, you kind of want to be able to see 2 hand traps most of the time when you have a combo deck. Just in case you have the Called by the Grave or like Eagle Booster. Even some Orcus lists are running the Eagle Booster to protect their Mermaid. All that kind of stuff, I think that is really effective here. Especially if you like were to Impermanence and then use Veiler in response to the Eagle Booster. I think it's just really good. I don't think I want to change this at all. I feel like this was really good. I never really saw too many hand traps throughout the day. The obvious ones, 3 Engage, won't really go over that. 3 Anchor, won't really go over that. 2 Multi-Roll, a lot of people were hating on me for this, and I kind of just stuck my guns and said, no, 2's fine. I probably will add a 3rd one. I think I was probably wrong about that, I'm not gonna lie. I'm one of the first people to admit when I'm wrong about something, and I honestly kind of wish I had 3 just to get this combo started. I don't know, the build I'm gonna be going with is a little bit different. I'm not really in the mindset right now just to play something super standard, because I think that the standard striker list just isn't powerful enough. But I definitely probably will up this to 3. Same with Area Zero. I think I would up this to 3 just because like I'm just not seeing it enough. Sorry about the glare, guys. Really struggling for the lighting today. But yeah, I don't know. I think I just bumped this up to 3. This one could maybe stay at 2 because we play 2 terraforming alongside it. But yeah, I don't know. It's a weird decision there. We'll definitely see where the deck goes. I'm not really sure what I want to do with it. 2 Jamming Waves. We talked about this in the last deck profile. This is super good. I actually absolutely loved having 2 Jamming Waves. There's only one time I really missed Afterburners, and it actually was in the mirror match. Just so I could hit their multi-roll. But yeah, besides that, it's like meh. We might be adding in the Afterburners, but Afterburners, but I don't think I'll be cutting any of the waves. I like 2 waves. Only playing 1 Shark Cannon. This card can be played at 2 right now. I don't really know if I'm gonna bump it up to 2 or not. There's a few things I want to bump up to 2, and I feel like this is one that you can kind of just get away with, not playing 2. I know that in the mirror match is super good because you can bring back their Kagari. In a lot of matchups, it's really good because like Orcus, they're always banishing from graveyard. Same with the Salmon Great matchup. It's super good, but I feel like 1 was just enough. I didn't really miss this. We'll get into my losses and stuff after. Eagle Booster, I play 1 of. I honestly want to put this back up to 2. I think resolving Kagari right now is just so important that I wish I was playing 2 of this for sure. 1 Hercules base. This card is actually insane. I think this card is super good for some of the things I'm playing in the extra deck. I just really like this card in general right now. Obviously, recycling is really good, but if they if they stop you from being able to recycle, you can't recycle your Kagari, this is kind of just dead the rest of the game. But I really like a few, I'll show kind of a thing with that. And then the obvious one of Hornet Drones. 3 Called by the Grave. This card is just so amazing right now. If Shark Cannon's good, this is good. called by Dingrisu on the when they tried to summon it on your turn. You know, stopping so much, it's just super good, stopping hand traps, whatnot. Three twins, we were only playing two of this before, but I do think that I felt like we had to play three. With the boards that Orcus was setting up, with the boards that Salamangreat Great can potentially set up, and just how much back row there is, Mystic Mine, all that kind of stuff, I feel like I needed to play three, and this just ended up bumping up to 42. But yeah, that's how it went. I love these cards. I don't think I would ever want to cut these. Some people are opting out of playing them. I don't think I want to not play them. That's kind of my feelings on a lot of these cards in the deck right now. I don't really attribute my deck list to a big reason why I failed, but one Rhoda, two Terraforming, and then we did play the 3 Link Bound. Now, this is the one that I want to talk about. So I really thought this card was super good, and I actually still think it's super good. Get baited. So every time I resolved this, I won the game. Every time I saw this and resolved it, I won. It was never bad. There was a game that I saw 2 going first, and it was absolutely insane. Just being able to do so much with this card. The mulligan, like the hand fixing, is absolutely insane. Like every time I resolved this, I won the duel. There was not like a duel where I resolved this and lost. That's honestly how it went. It was just so good. I remember one time I activated Engage, drew this off Engage, put my Kagari back, and like that was against Orcus, and he's like, well, that's pretty good. And I was like, yeah, I just be able to doubles resolve Engage. This was insane every time I saw it. I do believe in this card. I don't want to cut it. I really believe in this card. It was so good. Like I said, every time I saw it, I won. So this is something I gotta look into the deck of how I want to fix the issues that it has. Because I did brick a decent amount. We'll go into the extra deck, and then we'll get into the side deck. We'll do this a little bit quick, and then I want to go over my matchups and what happened. So obviously the one of Kagari, because it's amazing. The obvious 3 Shizuku, because it's amazing. The obvious 3 Hayate, because it's amazing. We only got 1 ulti, sad face, but you know, 1 ulti is better than none. 2 Kena, I feel like this comes up so much that this card actually, for a lot of the matches that I won, it was MVP. She is so good. The stopping attack was so good. It was one of the reasons why I didn't get Borrelsword OTK'd in the Orcus matchup. It was just so good. Stopping, I remember I linked off 1, stopped one of his guys from attacking until the end of my next turn, and then he attacked 1. I brought her back out, stopped another attack, so 2 of his monsters couldn't attack, couldn't game me. And then I would have won next turn. Hita, this is just super good. I wouldn't cut this, obviously. I think the extra deck's almost solid. Yeah. The Nightmare Phoenix, kind of obvious. Nightmare Unicorn, obvious. Now, we played a Power Code Talker, and it has 0 to do with the effect. It has 0 to do with anything besides that. It's 3 monsters, specifically. And the reason is because I was expecting a lot of Mystic Mine. I had some intel that there was going to be a lot of Mystic Mine, which Al, who got first, did play 2 Mystic Mine for sure. I didn't see any Mystic Mine. I dropped after round 5, I believe, so I missed the last 2 rounds. It's pretty much when they give you Ajama tokens, it's just an easy way to link off the tokens, so you're going to minimize the amount of damage you're going to be taking. You're going to be able to control the field, try to get rid of that mine, and do all that other stuff. Yep. Borrelsword, because we explained the plays with this card is amazing. It was super good. And then the one tech of that we actually cut the Ningrisu for, so I was playing Ningrisu before, and I want to play this because this outs the same stuff that Ningrisu outs, just because you can attack over stuff. It makes it super good. If you guys don't know what this card does, it's during the damage step. If it battles a special summon monster, it can gain that monster's attack during damage calculation. So this thing is absolutely insane. Actually, it cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effects, and cannot be destroyed. It has to be the one to attack, so they can't attack any other monsters you control. And if this links someone you card if you link summon this card, and you control it and it's sent to the graveyard by opponent's card effect, or no, just sorry, by an opponent's card, you can shuffle one card on the field into the deck. So just if they do out it, it's super good. One of the reasons why is it's always going to be 3,000 damage, and this actually comes up a decent amount where we equip Hercules base to it. When we have Hercules base, it gets 2 attacks. Obviously, it can't be direct, but that doesn't really matter. Attacking 2 monsters is so relevant right now. A lot of boards end up on 2 monsters. It always gets over anything that was special summoned. It gains that attack. It does 6k damage. It's absolutely insane. When Hercules base is on it, and you have 3 spells in graveyard, you're drawing 2 every time. And just, he's a super, super hard card to out. I summoned it against Salamine Great player. That I ended up losing to. We'll get into why I lost Salamine Greats after this. But I summoned it against him. He literally read it and it's like, yeah, I'll just scoop. I don't have an out. He couldn't out it. There's so many decks that just can't out it every time you play it. It's 2 monsters special summon from the Escher deck, but like, what I did is I just stole his Heat Leo and linked off my Gakari or my Shizuku and made him, and then it was game from there on. So super good, something I definitely don't want to cut. I absolutely love this card. Extra side deck, 3 Pankratops, self-explanatory, except for this card's amazing, except for when you draw 3 of it against game 2 against Salamine Great and you don't have any plays, just unlucky. Okay, this is a little bit different. We never had this. We had 1 Mystic Mine in the side deck, 1 Closed Forest in the side deck, and 1 set rotation in the side deck. So basically, I felt like these cards were going to be really good for against Mystic Mine. Obviously, we can side in this against other combo decks. This is just another way of seeing these cards. This literally would out Mystic Mine on its own. What I would do is give myself an Area 0, keep it set though, give them a Closed Forest. So I'd still keep my Area 0 set so they can't just set over Closed Forest. If they want to activate it, they're screwed because they can't activate field spells. And then it's just super good. Also, it was relevant against Trickstars, True Draco. It was relevant against a few different decks. It's just something that if I get these, they have to out it, like with their twins or anything like that, rather than hitting my back row and then I can still play my back row. I think I would actually cut these. I know I'm not meaning Mystic Mine, or I'm not really relying on Mystic Mine. I don't think Strikers need it. I really don't think Strikers need Mine to be good. But I think I would just cut these for Lancias. I think I would have just played the Lancias instead, honestly. We cut Lancia for that. Yeah, probably just play the Lancias instead. This card's amazing. We might be putting in Typhoons. There's a reasoning, but we'll see. Evenly matched. This card's super underwhelming right now. I don't know. I don't know if it's really worth playing in the side deck, to be honest. I believe that's 15. But yeah, evenly matched is like meh. Alright, so let's get into the matchups while we're here. We'll talk about like what happened and what went on and what my losses were. So round 1, I played against Nikolai. He ended up getting top 8 with Orcus, and he's a good player. I don't want to take anything away from him as a player, but let's talk about what happened here. Game 1, I absolutely bricked. I bricked to the point that he didn't even know what I was playing against. I think that's a little bit unlucky. Like, I basically saw no striker cards, which is like, wow, like, that's not okay. I can't remember exactly what my draws were. But his, like, he straight up told me, he's a friend of mine, or I consider him a friend at least. And he straight up told me he's new to the deck and he's only played it a few times, and so I didn't want to rush him, because when you're getting hand trapped, because I opened hand traps against him, when you're getting hand trapped and stuff like that and you're new to a combo deck, it is hard to play around, and I didn't want to rush him. In game 1, for me not even playing, just took too long. Yeah, I could have scooped, but his board wasn't relevant enough to the point where if I had talked that to Ray, I was actually coming back in that game, and I think I would have won. It was just not top decking a Ray or Rhoda or anything into playing, right? So that's the big one there. Game 2, I just played really well. I controlled the whole game. The link bound was absolutely amazing. Yeah, that's what happened in game 2. And then game 3, I was able to stop the OTK because of Kana, my baby girl right here. And so I had Engage in hand, I had a Widow Anchor in hand, and I had game. I had a OTK. Unfortunately, beep, 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 time in the round in main phase, I'm not able to go to the battle phase, and I fucking lose the game, and I lose the match because of time rules, and that really kind of irritated me. Um, Nothing, I'm not trying to be mad at Nikolai or anything like that. I definitely could have told him to hurry up. I think a large part of that is on me, myself. I cannot blame anyone else for that. He's a good player, and I don't want to take anything away from him as a player. I'm not trying to put any hate. He wasn't intentionally so playing. Definitely not. He was not. It was just the fact he was learning a new deck. He was learning as he goes. There was round one. And that's just the way it goes, and I have zero hate on him for that. I just hate the time rules. It really sucks. He straight up even said that I had the game if that time wasn't a thing. So, you know, shout out to you, man. You're really cool. Round two, I played Striker Mirror. I ended up winning in time because of this girl again. She was super good for me all day, like I said. I won in time because of this girl. I want to shout out to that striker player. I don't remember your name. I'm really sorry. But he could have just stalled in the sideboarding and going into game 3 and just, like, not have let me win. But he literally didn't stall. We went right into game 3, and I was able to make Kena and just gain 100 life points and win in time. So big shout out to you, man. Like, you could have stalled me out and you didn't, so I fucking respect the shit out of you for that. You know, you're taking the chance that you draw the Veiler, and I would just have to end, and then you would attack with Hayate. So, like, I respect that. Round 3, my next loss? I can't remember. What did I play round 3? Yeah, maybe that was my next loss. I think round 3 might have been my next loss, and I was really sad. So I was playing against Salaman Great, and this is my next loss, yeah. And what happens is I win game 1 just handily. I made Avramax. He was insane. The guy just scoops. He can't out it. Game 2, draw 3 Panker Tops and, like, no plays. I drew into Array later into the game, but it was just too fucking late. It was just, I had to scoop. I knew I was going to lose. Go into game 3, and I draw decent. I didn't draw, like, horrible. I didn't, you know, it was alright. I was playing, I had multi-roll set up and all that. I pretty much stop his turn, and from there on out, if I stop their turn, I can just control the rest of the game, and it should be mine. And he ends he ends his turn, and I forgot to use multi-roll in the end phase. So I go to play, and I'm like, I have 0 plays. I forgot. I said, oh shit. I straight up said I deserve to lose. I forgot multi-roll, and it really screwed me. I had engaged in graveyard. I had a widowing graveyard. I was not gonna lose that game after that. Like, I was so set to win, and I didn't, and it was really, really sad. Because I don't lose to Salaman Great. I don't, like, I'm not hating on anyone who plays that deck. I just don't think the deck's anything special. I don't think the deck's that great. And losing to it was really a really, really sad day. So, like, that's one I'm at least happy that I can't blame on just, like, drawing bad or, you know, stuff out of my control. It was completely in my control. I shouldn't have forgot during the end phase, and that's a lesson I have to learn. That, you know, you have to be, now that Sky Strikers only has 1 Kagari, because, like, if we had 3 Kagari, I would have gotten away with that completely. So I do think that, like, it adds a little bit more skill intensive. You can't forget anything. You have to be on point. You have to be playing the deck perfect. And I clearly wasn't, and he just OTK'd me the next turn, and it shouldn't have gone that way. I really fucked up, and that's my own fault. So that's just the way she goes. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say, you know, that's that. My next round I play against another Salaman Great. I ended up winning that one. We went into time, but he just couldn't do enough damage. So I won out from there. Then the next round happens. Game 1, I opened absolutely bonkers. I opened my Link Bound. I opened just so much good things. He can't play through it. And then game 2, I brick. I brick so bad. Not a monster, no hand traps, nothing. And I had 1 Called by the Grave, and that's it. He's playing Dangers. I don't know what the fuck deck he was playing. I really don't know what deck he was playing. I'm not even gonna lie. This is how bad this match went. He just summoned a bunch of Dangers and attacked for game, because that's how bricky my fucking hand was. He summoned a Danko when I had one Called by the Grave set, and I couldn't play. Game 3, fuck me. I brick the fuck again. So bad to the point where I didn't see a single striker card. I didn't see multi-roll. I didn't see Area Zero. I didn't see anything. I bricked so bad, no monster. One monster, just the Kena itself, would have not like kept me in that game. Seeing one monster probably would have like helped me still win, and I didn't. And that's all I can really say about my third loss that made me go X3. Two of my losses were out of my control. One was in my control. I think that if I wouldn't have lost to that Salman Great player, I do believe I would have gone X and 1. I think I lost a lot of my confidence once I realized I forgot to multi-roll. And I think that one kind of just eats me a little bit here because like I've been playing this deck for so long that I shouldn't be making mistakes like that. And I think that this is a good thing overall because it's going to humble me out a little bit, make me think about things a little bit more going into nationals, and keep me like, you know, going to where I want to go and stuff. I hope this isn't creaking the whole fucking thing. If it is, I'm really sorry, guys. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm sitting here. I'm gonna rethink the deck out. There's not a whole lot I want to change. I might have to play some janky shit. I don't fucking know. But that's my thoughts. That's how my regionals went. I have a funny regional story of something that happened when I was playing the second Salman Great player. We'll talk a little bit about player etiquette, I guess, in a different video, because it was something that shouldn't have happened, and it was a weird experience from my point. Let's just say, you guys, don't get in other people's faces when they're playing. They like respect their personal space, and yeah. But that's for another video. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think. Hopefully, you guys can understand why this regional just didn't go as well as I wanted it to. And we'll just see you guys at Nats. I think I'm going to just try my heart out. Going to be doing a lot of streaming, a lot of playtesting, a lot of grinding, and that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe. We'll talk to you later. See ya.